It's your boy Loomis Brinks.
What's good? It's your boy Trey B.
Man, it's your boy Just Star Running, man.
It's time to listen up.
We're here with Southern Flow Podcast.
We talk about everyday life situations, controversy, trending topics.
Stay tuned for what's coming up. We got a lot of episodes and a lot of work to put in play.
Get into it.
Yeah. It's the Southern Flow Podcast coming to you another episode, real Southern playalistic. Just building up today.
Yes, sir.
You already know I'm Loomis Brinks.
I'm
here
Trey
with
B.
the big homie.
Yes, sir.
And we just in the cut, man. We building up today. And you already know how we come with it. It's just a Southern flow. You know, so many topics, so many things to touch on.
Yes, sir.
And we'll, give y'all what we can in the amount of time that's allotted.
We missing the other partner today, man. We missing Ro today, man. Ro
Big
couldn't make
shout
it
out.
today.
Star
But
status.
shout out to him,
Yeah, we got star status. We're going to hold it down.
We're gonna hold it down for him today.
We're going to pop some style. We're going to pop flavor, as you see.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, we here, man. I think like the one thing that I wanted to touch on for sure, I wanted to give a big shout out to Mac Royce Corbett over at Computer Printing, etc. He's on 412 North Alley Street. I mean, this guy literally can help you make a t-shirt, start your brand, print your business cards, make your website, fax some papers, print, copy some papers. It's literally no limits into what he does. And I just wanted to give him a big shout out because he's an anchor in the community. And not only has he helped me in my endeavors, but I've seen him help a lot of people, man. And Mac is like, he would be the spider creating the web of people in a network. So just big shouts out to Mac. And
Major creator.
I was just thinking about him just in the terms of like fashion, because he just helped me to so many different aspects of making a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And
Something as simple as that.
right, so I just wanted to get those shots out. So big shouts out to Matt Royce,
Shout
man.
out.
Big shouts out to Matt Royce. And then talking about fashion, it's a lot of people with their own brands to say, and I think it's enough room for everybody literally to have their own brand, to create their own space. Because when you look at like the Gucci's or the Nikes or the Adidas and just all these other brands, your closet is literally loaded with a lot of brands. You know what I'm saying? So it's enough where everybody can shop with everybody.
Yep.
It's just the means and the marketing that you're putting behind your brand to put yourself out there to let people know what they're getting themselves into. Because we ain't putting something on, and it's just real, we ain't just putting something on just to put it on. A lot of times we gonna put it on because we like the message.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We like the fabric, or we just like how it look on us.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us, it don't matter what it is, we can put it on.
Put it on, and that's
and it's on.
You can put on the Hanes
T-shirt.
white T-shirt, something simple as that, and
it's popping.
It's popping. Something simple as a Hanes white T-shirt. Man.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get at. I wasn't looking to like dive into the depths of creating your brand, and maybe we'll do that on another episode. But
Sure.
I just wanted to get that inspiration out to people. Like if you got a brand that you're looking to start up, you don't know where to start, just put it on the T-shirt and you start wearing it. You embody it. You put it out there. And people will follow along, man. And before you know it, you'll have your track record and you making it happen, man. And like what you just said, man. Like our culture, that was something that was like on my heart.
Yeah.
Just like the lifestyle of our culture, we stamp everything. We really approve everything.
Something
We don't
simple as a
own
white
nothing.
T-shirt. Something simple as a white T-shirt. Bro.
So the culture of black people, because I know we're gonna talk about this Black History thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna get into
Even
that.
though we out of Black History, right? But
Yeah.
that's my thing. It's Black History every day.
Yeah.
It's literally Black History every day.
Black
Like,
culture.
why do we subsidize it down into 1 month? And it's literally so much that we've contributed to the world, Craig. Not just the state, not just the city, not just the state, but the world, man, all over. And I haven't had the opportunity of traveling all over the world as of yet. I've hit few places, but in the places that I've hit, it's encouraged by us, not encouraged, but it's influenced by us. Yeah, we encourage the influence, though. you know.
For sure.
That's just my spiel, just jumping in, and I know it's like sporadic, man. But that's what we do. It's just a southern flow, man. And so what's your spiel? Like, how was your week, bro? Like,
Bro, it was a week, bro. Can't complain. It was, it's a blessing still to be on this side of the
Right.
earth. Can't
Right.
complain about that. And
big shouts out to my wife.
Yeah.
My son dropped
sure.
this.
Oh yeah,
this past
we
week.
got another member.
Yeah, we got another member.
We got another member.
Another member. Yeah, building in. So
Yes, sir.
my son dropped. And it was an amazing experience, man. It just it was nostalgic, because 2 years ago it was the same thing
Yeah,
for my
same.
daughter.
Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah. So big shouts out to my wife, and big shouts out to all the women out there, birthing, because that's a delicate process, man. It's
for
like
sure.
the fine lines between life and death.
Yeah,
Not to be
yeah.
so serious.
You take it for granted.
But
though.
yeah, but it's a real moment to cherish. If you're there to share that with your lady, man, it's real nice, man. So just big shouts out to my wife, my son Amari Brinks, and it was just a major build up, man, major build up. So shouts out to those guys, and then the family for coming in and helping out the team, because it's a process in finding that balance.
Oh yeah, for
It's a
sure.
process.
Yeah, picking back, on the culture, you just touched on it with the Black History, Black History Month.
Yeah.
How you feel about that, man? Cause
Yeah.
in this day, in 2023, people have a lot of misconceptions or,
Right.
or mixed feelings about the month. Some people say, "Oh, why do we get the shortest month of the year?" Or
Right.
"Why do we even get a month? What's it for?" Like you say, it's Black History every day. But in my opinion, I kind of I see a purpose for it, just on the acknowledgement standpoint from other cultures. That's the only time they do. See it and it be in their face.
Yeah.
You get to see if they cringy or they feel some type of way. You get to see how they reaction to it.
Right.
Being everywhere. But to us, like you say, we see it every day, so it ain't really too exciting for us anymore. But
Yeah.
I'll just get your spill on that.
Okay, so I like Black history in the sense of, don't get me wrong, it sparked the interest of me researching and finding that, like, we created the filament piece for the light bulb, but we created the logistics behind creating a refrigerator, or we created the logistics behind creating a car. Because a lot of people think about Henry Ford.
Yeah, Henry
it's
Ford,
Black
yeah.
people. We created the cotton gin.
Yeah, the cotton gin, the light bulb, traffic light.
Yeah, you think the man is gonna make the labor easy for us? Nah, there's some people in the shed thinking, like, hey, bro, we gotta come up with it, you know.
gotta stay
The
in the
lady
sauce,
the lady who created the GPS, the cell phone, and the list just goes on. So just in that standpoint, it's cool, and then coming up like in the church, you did plays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then as you come up, it's like, man, fuck that, because it's literally Black history every day. And then coming into individuality, it's like, continue to build yourself to your greater self, becoming the better version of yourself every day. And it's like, it's not about like, you looking for praise.
Gratification.
The gratification from getting praise.
Yeah.
But that's naturally gonna come if you're being the best version of you. And so I just say, we don't need people to be like, oh, we're Black people. Nah. Just keep being great, and you're gonna get the praise anyway. And if anything, praise yourself.
Yeah.
Because we don't praise ourselves enough. Like, give yourself credit, for the work that you put in. And if you feel like you're not putting in the work, okay.
Yeah.
So that's just my spiel on it, man. Like, we making history every day.
Every day. Yeah.
And I just don't like to get caught up in those holidays, because it turns us into consumers when we should be producers.
Yeah,
because we are producing what the world consumes. We just don't own it.
Yeah.
In a sense. So I like to say it's Christmas every day, it's Thanksgiving every day, because I'm not waiting on a certain day to eat good. I ate good last night. Big shouts out to my mom, my mama Nell.
Yeah.
We cooked up a player meal last night, so I'm not waiting on
Thanksgiving Day is Sunday.
Yeah,
In my
so
house,
let's you know what I'm saying? Let's give every day. Let's be jolly every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not waiting for like these man-made days to celebrate, to celebrate things.
Define who you are.
Right. I know an OG now, Dr. Brown, Dr. Mylan Brown. He's an author. He's He's a professor. He's a philanthropist. He's a lot of things, and he has a lot of accolades. I know he got the key to the city, if I'm not mistaken. He do. But anyway, I like to give him praise all the time. You know, and he called me, he tap in with me, rap with me, give me insight, guidance. You know, but he's an elder, and that's Black history every time I talk to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all are surrounded by those type of people.
It's just about connecting.
It's just about connecting with them, yeah.
Getting close to them.
And I ain't saying it's just us now, because I do believe they, you know, especially if you're aware, they should make it their business to want to connect with us also.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, it's just on both ends of the spectrum. So yeah, it's Black history every day. It's Christmas every day. Thanksgiving. I don't know about Easter, because you get the researching and you be finding out what stuff. Maybe it mean this, maybe it don't. But you can make your own Easter. You know, give it your own definition. You know, and all the etceteras like that.
I want to ask you something though, bro. Picking back on the fashion, you know, I know we bouncing. Top of the top, but picking back up on the fashion. What inspired you to, you know, make Gum? You know,
Bruh.
I don't think I ever asked you that.
Yeah, like so. I was indulged in the music. We were doing music. Me and my partners, we were doing music. And so one of my partners at the time, Roscoe, he was like, "Man, we need a brand though. Like we need something
to stamp.
The stampers. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking individuality in the senses. I'm like, bro, well I'm gonna be at that time. I'm Jam Easy.
Yeah.
But we was just like, we need a brand. So we came up with the concept. You know, created the Gum. It was like I can't even remember how the first logo was. But anyway, we created the logo. We going. We ended up reconstructing the logo a couple months later. It wasn't even on the music till it was just after I was like, man, let's put it on a shirt. But it needed to make sense. So me, Roscoe, and my brother, we sit in a room. And, you know, Roscoe just messing with the logo. And we was like, well, let's try to take a bite mark off the Gum.
Yeah.
Not knowing which letter, but he just took it out the G.
Yeah.
And we was like, that's it. That's it right there.
Yeah.
And so from that moment, put it on the t-shirt, fast forward, the whole family was wearing it. And it was like, oh, this it. I mean, I've always been in the fashion. I think in essence, like the culture.
All kids, man, influenced by.
Yeah. So we all,
especially hip hop fashion.
Right.
Bro.
So we all influenced by fashion, man. So it was always my thing in a way. But for a long time, I thought it was such a far-fetched thing to make your own clothes. You know, I'm thinking you gotta go to across the world to get a shirt made. When all you had to do was order a heat press, get you some vinyl, cut it out.
Yeah.
Press it, you stamp,
Yeah, you in the game.
So, but that's the gist of it, man. Like, I wasn't even screaming out, you know, from the ground up. That's our mantra.
Yeah.
And it was like, as I continue moving the brand, it was like, oh, it's ground up.
Yeah.
Cause we were saying were saying ground up media, but it's literally ground up.
Yeah.
And before you know it was like everybody, like, big ups to my family for that. Like, big ups. Like, I could say so many names, but it's literally the whole family.
Yeah.
And we screaming from the ground up, and that was the lifestyle. Cause I'm like, literally everything starts from the ground up. You know, so that's the essence of Gum, man. It's from the ground up.
That's dope.
And we just pushed it from there. Like when I first started though, I'm trying to be fancy, so I'm like, man, I ain't gonna make it now. I'm sitting out. I'm gonna let somebody else make it. You know, I just push it. My wife convinced me. She's like, well, why you just won't cut the middleman out? Get the vinyl, get the, you know. I'm like, all right, we'll try it. You know, we'll try it. Cause she keeps saying it. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna try it. But when I pulled that first piece of vinyl, and I was like, oh, I just made some Gum, and I stamped it. But that was it. And that era was around the McLean. In the McLean time.
Yeah.
Big shouts out to Dan and my boy Nick.
Yeah.
Cause they plotted with me on that move. Like I never forget that. Like, and I'm talking to them like, look, bro, I just need y'all to rock this. We're gonna see what
they do.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Before you know it, I think it was like, it might have been like, what's his name, James or somebody. Somebody was just like, bro, what that is y'all put on? Before you know it, the whole dot, we gone down, bro. So that was the first time I seen it like in a viral state. You know, because I know like some of the manners was like, bruh, is this McLean or is it Gum?
Where it's from?
Like, what is this? So yeah, man, and it just picked up traction, man. So you got a lot of people that really build with gum. They really popping flavor, you know,
for sure.
Because it's so many ways to define it. You know, you can talk about it in the sense of flavor. What's your flavor? What's your style?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How you building? You know, so it's amazing to see where it's come from. Yeah. And I'm just like, man, it's like literally every day I can just wake up and I throw me some gum on, and I love it. It's yours. It's mine. It's no better feeling.
Yeah.
It's like, don't get me wrong. I'm learning marketing. You know, putting it out there, and you know, I want to take the world by storm. But first, it's like it's fulfilling for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't put this on for show, even though it is marketing.
Yeah.
I'm my own billboard, but it's like it's my own fulfillment, and I'm happy with it. Like I got my own gear on. It's fresh. Yeah. I'm rocking it. You know,
yeah.
I'm my own definition of fresh. You know,
when you look in that mirror, you look good in the.
Yeah. I'm popping style.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what's your flavor? You know, what's your flavor? That's the gist of that story, man. But it's steady, you know, it's steady being written.
Steady
you know
growing, steady coming from the ground up.
Cause now it's Southern flow. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's Southern flow. Like we here.
Yeah, we here, man. For sure.
So what you what was your biggest what would you say was your biggest inspiration in fashion, like coming up? Like what was your first time like, bruh?
It's funny, bro. I was influenced by hip hop artists.
Right.
My biggest influencer, like you can't say influence if you didn't dress like them. Like
right.
I literally dressed like these.
I gotta put this on.
Literally dressed like went to the the first one, it was Lil Wayne. Bro.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne Weezy, bro.
Yeah.
And I had the first Carter, the disc. I had the first, so that was 04. So I was what?
That's with Go DJ.
Yeah, that's Go DJ.
That was my favorite album. Yeah. That's my favorite.
That's my favorite Lil Wayne album to this day. But yeah, as a kid getting that album, man, and seeing where he went from after that, how he just shot off.
Yeah.
When he went Rockstar.
Talking about like
Skulls.
No Ceilings.
Carter 3.
Before,
when he was going to the Carter 3. The Father Like Son with him and Birdman, that was wearing the Chucks.
Yeah.
And the Skull t-shirt, the tight t-shirt. It was really Dipset influence though. People don't realize
Dipset did
it was really Dipset influence. Wayne, Jim Jones spoke about this. Wayne was going to New York and you know, stealing drip. But bringing it back down south, you know, with the Skulls and the tight shirts and the baggy pants.
It's crazy that you say that because I told him I had an outfit. This was like one of my freshest outfits. You know, you just got that one outfit. I had like the skinny jeans, the Chucks.
Yeah.
It was like one of them distressed type shirts with the skulls on it, and I had the belt. I thought I was a real rock, and I had the chain going around. I had the chain on my pocket.
And I'm gonna say this, you know, I'm down south to the fullest. This is the Southern Flow podcast.
For sure.
All the drip, pretty much, I say about 60 to 70, maybe 80% of the drip do come from them boys up north, bro. To me, we see what they got, because, you know, that's kind of the mecca of hip hop. Right. So you still got to acknowledge that.
True.
So they you know, they putting it on first. We might take bits and pieces of what they, you know, what they got on. We flip it and turn it into our own, but. You know, with the Rockstar, with the Scores, and that
was like
era,
that was a Dipset.
That was Dipset era. But I thought it was just Wayne until I got older. But Wayne and another one was Kanye.
Oh yeah.
Kanye, you know, he had the shades. He had kind of a Rockstar type.
Right.
He had the
he still kept it a little bit more schoolboy.
Yeah, he was schoolboy at first. He was the polo with the rugby polo with the book bag at first. But then as he got, you know, on bigger and bigger, he started going more edgier with the shades and the fro hawk and you know, with the jeans, spike jackets and stuff. And I got to give it to Wayne, you know, Kanye, and I say another one when this kind of on the back end of, you know, I'm coming, you know, middle high school, coming out of high school.
Right.
Was the Wiz Khalifa era with the patch? I ain't had a patch, but with the patch and the camo cargos, he was still chucked out and
I'm trying to think,
you know, tank top.
When was my first time here? I think the first song I heard of Wiz, it might have, was it Mesmerize?
That was on Cushion Orange.
Chain,
Yeah,
but
that's mesmerized.
well, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Cushion Oranges was
Cushion
definitely my
Orange,
first
that's
introduction.
what took him over the top.
But I think Mesmerized, and then it was like that mixtape before. I want to say Planes, and so I can't even think of the
Name
song
on the
now.
Cloud, probably.
It was like Planes or something like that. I'm gonna have to find that song. I'm gonna have to find it. I ain't gonna be satisfied till I find it. But
This Plane, that probably was the
that's
song.
it.
This Plane.
Yeah, This Plane.
I'm a true
that
Wiz
song,
fan, bro.
it had me in dreams.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, cause
Yeah, for sure.
it's always that one song that just make you like you thinking about the life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like so the fly clothes.
Yeah.
You know, you got the money. At
Yeah.
that time, you think about the girls. You know,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that type stuff. So yeah, that was
But
like
yeah,
definitely
man,
my first.
Them three, I can for sure tell you they influenced me, and I was dressing like
Yeah,
the boys,
yeah.
and I was listening to their music and that lifestyle type, and
Right.
you know everybody want to be a rock star, man. Everybody want to be a rock star.
Really? Like
At some point, you wanted to be a rock
bruh,
star.
it's kind of like everybody has that innate feeling of wanting to be an artist.
Yeah, for sure.
Because in a sense, we all want to express ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people are scared to get in front of the camera or get on the mic
Yeah.
and, you know, and just let themselves go,
Yeah.
you know. So to see somebody else do that, that's amazing. But now I want to touch on what you were saying, like with the southern northern thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I think it's more northern people in a sense who have this knack about where you from.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas I feel like it's just about how you come.
Yeah,
It don't
yeah.
matter where you come from.
Yeah.
Because the people create the culture.
Yeah.
I had seen a guy, he was talking about like, you know, when you go into nature, natural habitats of like the birds and the beavers,
Yeah.
how they make their houses and
Yeah.
stuff like that. We don't look at ourselves as that. When we create like you go to New York and the
Yeah.
skyscrapers,
Yeah.
that's their habitat.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
They
based
live
off
on
of,
top of each other. Yeah.
not even that, but I'm just saying they created these buildings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's like it's just like the beaver building the
Yeah,
dam
yeah,
in a
yeah.
sense.
I see what
We
you're
just saying because we ain't necessarily taking the straw in the living in
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's the same. It's the same thing. So
Yeah.
the people are creating the culture. It's not necessarily New York that's
Yeah.
making you who
Yeah,
you are.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool, you in New York. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I like New York.
Yeah, yeah.
But bruh, like, we just as fly.
Yeah, yeah, we fly,
You know what I'm
dog.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not knocking the culture.
Yeah.
And so what I was saying too, with the habitats that are created like in New York, it calls for different markets. So they got that access
Yeah,
to
be
more
seen.
clothing
Yeah,
and
to
stuff
be
like
seen
that.
More, they got the cameras and the.
It's always been that type of lifestyle in New York. But nah, I'm saying the markets.
Yeah.
So like before Supreme was Supreme,
Yeah.
Dipset was rocking it.
Yeah.
But we probably haven't seen it like that yet,
Yeah,
unless we
yeah.
just watching their videos.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's already popping off in New York.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
took some
harder.
time
Yeah.
before it got to us.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying, like that. But we still rocking.
Yeah.
We
That's
got
just fly.
we got some fresh Levi's on,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
white ones and
Yeah.
a t-shirt.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and even like in Atlanta, because they consider they call themselves Southern type, but they still want to be like they got that up north type cockiness
yeah,
type
yeah,
shit. Nah,
sure.
bro, you South too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but my whole thing is it ain't about where you from, it's how you come, and it's just how you pop style, how you pop flavor. You know, because like I can walk in the room with that gum on,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna call for attention because
Sure.
how I'm gonna put it on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it
sure.
ain't about what you spending for. And don't get me wrong, I like high fashion. I aspire to high fashion. So I ain't saying I'm knocking you if you spend a high dollar.
You want to spend?
But I'm just saying, I can go to Walmart, find me a nice jean blank collar shirt,
Yeah.
stamp a nice gum on there,
For sure.
and they like, damn, bro, where you get
Where
that
that
from? Yeah,
For sure.
real easy.
It's in me, not on me.
You feel me?
I'll walk in Target
And go crazy.
and pick me out some pick and put it
Don't,
on.
hold on, don't even give him that secret. Don't even give him the because Target is the spot.
It's-
That's
hey.
my spot. That's my
Hey.
spot. Target my spot. Bro.
It's in you, not on you, bro. I want all the young kids to understand that too. It ain't about the name brand. You know, you might be in school. You know, you might get a kid that be picking on you about what you got on, but long as it's clean,
Right.
Long as it's clean,
Make it fresh.
make it fresh.
Make it
Long as
fresh.
it's clean,
How can you make it different?
Yeah.
And be confident in what
It's all
you
about
what you're
confidence
wearing.
too, yeah.
Don't let somebody knock you, man. Cause
Yeah.
bro, I done seen what people might have on the $300 Jordans, And it's still not fly.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
still
still not
right.
fly. Yeah, you ain't
Yeah.
popping flavor. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I go get me a fresh pair of soldiers, them Reeds.
Them Reeds.
I throw, you know,
the Reeds on top of the Reeds.
yeah, like throw me a simple T-shirt or something, you know, and I'm fly.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, 'cause, you know, it's just gonna boil down to that confidence and
It's in you, not on you.
yeah, just knowing yourself, knowing yourself.
For sure.
I think that's a key ingredient in fashion.
It
Knowing
is.
yourself.
You see when they walk that runway, man, the models they got that look in their
That's
eye.
real.
They let you know.
That's real.
It's that confidence.
Yeah, we need to pop us off a runway, you know.
Oh, for sure.
Sponsored by Southern Flow.
I just want to
And
say too, hey, to all the creators, Gum,
Yeah.
anybody that got a clothing line, Star Status,
Yeah.
anybody that got a clothing line,
Yeah.
keep something for the big niggas. I'm a 2X.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a 2X. I'm a 42.
Yeah. Keep me right.
Keep me right, cause
Yeah.
we like to dress too.
Yeah.
we like to. You know,
Big shouts out too to my people, my family, LaCash Clothing. That's my people, man. And when he dropped his brand, he did an excellent job just in his marketing, pushing it out, you know, getting it on people, influences and stuff like that. And you know, we use this term local, but he's locally known. You know, he's
sure.
you know, from local cities, but I like what he did with his brand. I'm just calling him out because that's somebody that I'm thinking about on the top. I'm trying to think of some other brands. You got Dream Demeanor. That's my guy CJ. And if I know your brand, man, I'm not calling it out. You know, forgive me. But just to all the creators out there, man, that's popping off. You know, keep doing it. Consistency is one thing, man.
So reach out, man. You know,
For sure.
we got this podcast popping off. You know,
Definitely.
reach out. Hey,
Definitely.
this promo.
Yeah,
you know,
'cause
reach out.
This the Southern Flow, man.
For sure.
And you know, big shout out to Outkast, but we the most Southern playlistic.
For sure.
We the most Southern playlistic.
Right
You
like
know,
that.
I think Big Boy and Andre will be happy that, you know, they can pass the torch to us.
Pass
Yeah, we're
it
gonna go ahead
down,
and
bro.
take that notion.
Dungeon Family 2.0.
You
in the
feel
making.
Yeah. So
for sure.
that's just something great to stand on, man. Just, you know, keep building that consistency, knowing yourself, and you know, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. You know, I'm
Sure.
big on that.
Big facts.
I know. Now go ahead. I'm gonna catch a bill on that. Go
You
ahead.
good, bro? I was gonna get into this next segment, you know.
Oh yeah, what you
You know, we got a new segment for y'all, man. We got a new we gonna
whole check.
whole check, man. Shit like that. We're gonna kick it off.
Big
on
shouts
man.
out to Mr. Big.
We're gonna kick it off on tonight. Hey, this is the first one.
Yeah,
This is the first one.
it's a real classic song.
Oh, real Alabama legend.
Yeah,
real legend. Hey, we only got a few. So
He really bigger than Elvis. They're like in Alabama, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, we gotta salute the legend. Hey, we ain't gonna run it too much. No, we ain't gonna run it too much. But hey,
whole check.
yeah, for sure.
And you know, we ain't yeah, we dissing, man. It's more so in acknowledgement, you know, because we want everybody to be on
point. Yeah, and
I want you to be on your worst behavior in the best way. You know what I'm saying? Because I like when people pop. They you know when you
for
pop
sure.
when you pop in style. But we got a whole check, Ja.
Yeah, he the first one.
Is it Ja Morant?
Ja Morant, yeah, from the Grizzlies,
Memphis Grizzlies.
Yes, sir.
And if y'all are not aware, you know the headlines in the news. Man, he on social media with the blicky.
With the fire.
He got the blicky.
Yeah.
He like he ain't playing no games. You can get it.
Sure.
You know, I think these are the things that you can read from the picture because he ain't literally saying these things, but
And he know they watching.
he know they watching him.
Yeah.
And I know it's like a lot of variables because I seen like, you know, you got like Jalen Rose and Kyrie Irving and a couple other influencers that's supporting him.
Stat 5.
And we not knocking it, right? But we just saying like, bruh, at what point do we begin to redefine what's gangster?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? If you got the blicky, cool. But what the
Yeah, well, you ain't got to, go live like Shaq said. You got to pick up your phone.
That's a
Go to
lot of
Instagram, go to live and record it, so you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
At some point, you got to take some accountability.
Right.
Like Rose said on a previous episode of your actions, bro.
Right.
you know, you making these, you know, you making millions of dollars. You know, you changing your family, you know, history forever.
Yeah.
And you know, you're in a position to where, you know, kids watching you, you know, they're watching your every move. They want to be like you. You're a role model too at this point. So
heavy role model.
Yeah,
He's a great.
You probably you know, some people consider you the best guard in the NBA.
Yeah,
so
he's super. If he's not actually giving superstar, he's definitely in trajectory of superstar.
For sure.
Yeah.
And with that, you know, it's just certain things you just can't do, and you gotta be checked.
Yeah, that's
gotta be checked.
We had the whole check you on that job.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We bigging you up, bro, because we know you're a great person. But that dumb shit, man.
For sure.
You know,
they're doing the whole background check. They're doing a whole check on him online right now. They you know, pulling up his family, family background. He two-parent.
They got him in the strip club, which is nothing wrong with popping and having fun, but now they just all in your business.
Yeah.
You know,
they got him. You know, two-parent. You know, good home, loving home. You know,
right?
They say he went to a private high school and.
They just all in your business.
Yeah,
but again, I'm not saying that these things are what define Ja Morant, right? Yeah. I'm not saying that Ja won't throw them hands.
Yeah.
I ain't saying he can't lay y'all.
Yeah. He got it.
But what are we actually trying to prove?
Yeah, what are you gaining?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah.
And so a lot of times I feel like we just get caught up in we're more destructive than we are constructive.
For sure.
And it's like, bro, you can be fly, you can be hard, you know, like if that's what you want to be, where you know you want people to look at your face and be like, oh, he ain't playing games, you know.
For sure.
But you ain't got to be out here.
Yeah. For sure. Doing all he courtside doing that, so you know, I don't know, man. You know,
it's the culture.
It's the culture, yeah. It's the culture. It's the culture.
I think sometimes the culture is like an impressionable child because, you know, whomever, well, you know how they say the man or the Matrix, or you know these big money companies can, you know, dangle something in front of us and, you know, we take it and then we just run with it and then we put it in the faces of the people who looking up to us, you know, because I look at like the athletes, right? Like I was talking to my brother and I was just telling him, man, people not really paying attention to how hard it really is to stay focused.
For sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just really wake up, keep your mind on God, keep your mind on your family, keep your mind on the mission, because you'll be pulled into so many different, you know, especially with social media. One picture will take you into a whole different journey, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just
lose focus.
Yeah, it's hard to keep that focus and, you know, what really matters. And so you imagine being 21, 22 with millions
millions of dollars.
Materialism on abracadabra. It's like, bro, I feel like it can take you out of who you really, you know, the essence of you know you as a true person. Well, I ain't gonna say that too.
I want to get some game about, you know, the money situation, because a lot of these, you know, young cats in this day and era, they respect money. Like that's one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest, you know, misconceptions in the culture right now. These young cats, they respect money. They don't respect, you know, a real nigga.
A real community.
They don't respect that no more. They respect money. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some game about, you know, money. You know, money. They say the love of money is the root of all evil.
And I think it's just how you use it. What's on your heart as you're putting that back into the universe.
Say, you know, money bring out, you know,
your true
self. Yeah, for sure. But like you say, like they say with that, money bring out your true form. Like I think it don't bring out your true form. It just intensify it, because if you're a person, you know, you love women. Yeah. When you get money, what you gonna do? You gonna buy it. You gonna buy that. You gonna be paying.
And they don't really make you a player.
They don't at all. Hey, that is not people. If you like to drink. Yeah. When you get that money, what you gonna be? An alcoholic. Yeah. You turn up that bottle. You like to smoke.
I just went and bought the liquors though.
I would have bought the bar at the club. Bought the whole bar. You don't know nobody in that club.
I got a couple of the cookies sitting in the.
If you're a person that like to smoke, you know, money. You know, when you get your money,
access.
You gonna buy gas. Yeah. I mean, it's just like you say, it's the gateway and the access to who you really are. Mm-hmm. And that ain't, you know, that ain't cool. That ain't respectable, because, you know, you can't really respect money, because at the end of the day, it ain't nothing. You can't take it with you when you go.
And so that's great what you said. Cause like I know one day, right, my cousin was just like his daughter was so advanced because of how she could work the computer, or how she could handle the phone, and that's all well and good.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, bro, she don't have the experience.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like my daughter, 2 years old, and the way that she interacts and carries, you may think she's more than what she is, but she only 2 years old, so she has no experience.
Yeah.
So I have to remind myself, oh, she's just a child. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, you know, you got a 10-year-old that can make $1 million on Twitch now.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you got some young boys that know how to scam.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking none of this as far as getting your money. But what I'm saying is the money isn't what makes this person.
You know?
And so a lot of times a person is inflated with regular air instead of the nitrogen, because you know you can fuck your tire up like that if you don't put the right air in the tire. You know, you just put regular air. No, it wasn't filled with the, or like with the balloon. If you just blow it up, it ain't gonna float. So with the helium. Yeah. So what I'm saying is these people are really they're inflated with false air. You know, they're whoopee cushion.
Yeah.
And so the money isn't what, you know, you see a dude, he might pull up on the rims and the nice car, but you don't really know his backstory. You know what I'm saying? He might not be taking care of his kids. He may be out here getting over on people who really need, you know, something, and, you know, he just taking advantage, you know, or to say, but it's so many scenarios in that. And I'm just saying the money isn't what makes the person. So you can, a lot of times you will see a person thinking that that's what you want to be.
That's the end goal.
Or that's the end goal, and they are far from it. And so again, it just goes back to it's better if you know yourself.
Yeah.
And
who you are.
Yeah. Like Star said, it's best to know whose you are. You know, and that ain't, like I said, it ain't just your parents. It go bigger than them. You know, so you know that your purpose is much bigger than some money.
A piece of paper.
Yeah, some federal notes. You know what I'm saying? But get the currency, because I'm all about economic gain.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, I'm all about self-sufficiency.
I say get the money, but do right by the money.
Man, like my uncle say, one of my nephews, right? You know, he was talking about getting some gold, and he said something to me, and it was funny, but it was like almost sad, cause you know, I'm whipping up, you know, I'm finna tell him to bite down on the tray. Some other young boys, and so my nephew, he like, I want some too. Yeah. But he trying to hound his mama. You know, in the sense of, mama, I want to get her for the check. And so I'm like, well, bro, just get you a job. Yeah. But he told me, he said, I don't want it that bad. I was like, that's where you at with it.
Don't do mama like that.
What? Yeah. But that's and I'm being honest, that's where I was at coming up. In a sense, like mama got me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the mama do allow that kind of like, it's okay, baby. Yeah. I got you. I get you. Just sit in the house and don't worry about nothing. Yeah. That'll fuck a young boy up. Yeah. In the long run. In the long run, you know. And so, lo and behold, I got a little traction, that, you know, as I'm coming out of high school. Yeah. But some of these boys ain't getting it at all. Oh, yeah. So then you kind of fall victim to what's left for you in the streets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna hustle, and who can make it out, who can make it, you know, jugging in the streets. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully you can come out of that. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, you don't want that to be your last. You don't want that to be your only option. Because all you had to do was just get you a gig in high school type. Don't be proud. Go in there and flip the best burgers. Yeah. Because I wish I would have been on that mindset coming up. Like, bruh, I ain't doing that. I'm in high school, middle, you know what I'm saying, junior high school, whatever. You know, when you come old enough to work. Because I'm looking at some of my partners, and that's what they were doing. That was working. Yeah. Not tying it up, because I'm like, dang, my partner, he moving around like he want to. Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling like I'm good because mama buying me every game. Yeah, every game. So I'm good. I ain't got to worry about nothing. Mama got me, you know, straight. Yes, sir. But I really could have been moving around
how you wanted to
had I been working. You know what I'm saying? So don't be scared of getting that work, man. That repetition in that work, it'll build your character. You know, so you may go from flipping the burgers to flipping shoes
Or flipping your own burgers.
or flipping your own burger.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
this-
saying? But you never know what a hustle takes.
Yeah, for sure.
Because sometimes you will get caught up in the feeling of, man, I ain't going nowhere, when it's really just a feeling.
Yeah.
When all you got to be doing is, long as you know you putting in some action somewhere intentionally,
Yeah.
I feel like you will come out on the other side like a better person.
For sure.
You know, so don't just get the job just to say, I got a job.
Yeah.
Get the job in the sense of, oh, this is a stepping stone. Yeah.
I'm finna use this to go here.
To the
This
next level.
This just, you know, this
'Cause-
is, like you say, a stepping stone.
Because you 15, 16 with a job,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, your mama ain't really asking for much.
Nah, she ain't.
You know, but if you play her, you might shoot her $25,
Yeah.
$30 or
She
something.
trying to see what you gonna do with
Where
it.
your
That's all
mind
she-
at.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got money in your pocket now.
Yeah, for sure.
You ain't got no crazy liabilities.
Yeah.
You ain't got no liabilities.
Yeah, nah.
You ain't got no liabilities. You ain't got no real responsibility. You know, get you some fly stuff on occasion.
Yeah.
But man, put that money up, man.
For sure.
If
That's
you-
real.
if this frequency can touch you, like be putting that money up, be grinding, be fly, like, you know, to yourself. You ain't always got to be out popping off in front of other people, trying to put on for other people. Because at the end of the day, we trying to get real life impressions, right? We trying to get them real likes and
Yes, sir.
oh, they loved it,
Yeah.
oh, they liked it. You know what I'm saying?
We fucking with.
Yeah, we want them real life impressions. You know.
Yeah.
So that's my message to the young boys, the young girls.
Yeah.
I think sometimes the girls have it a little quicker than the boys
Yeah.
because they know what they want.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know I need to work or whatever.
They
you know.
real about to go hustle and go get theirs.
Right.
The boys, we sit back and,
Yeah.
wait till we have to.
Yeah.
This my last resort. I gotta get a job.
But don't
Yeah.
do it when it's like it's so easy.
Yeah.
And man, you go in there, man, and you fly at work. Like
Yeah.
you go in there, I ain't never seen somebody so fly flipping burgers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when we was on the dock and we was loading them trucks, we made it fly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why we had so much fun.
Yeah.
Because it was fly.
Cool. Yeah.
Right. But the average person, boy, I'm not finna load no truck. I'm not finna load no truck. You
For
know
sure.
what I'm saying? But it was fly. We had fun.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody who from that side can vouch. You know what I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying?
for
Like
sure.
in that time, you know, like we had fun, bro. We made the best of it, and we were getting money. You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? Like we was getting money. Them checks
sure.
was handsome. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Like right there in McLean. So, and I'm sure your check can be handsome wherever you at. It's
Right.
just how you know
How you use it.
Yeah, how you use it, the efforts you put in. And,
Just speaking on the culture, though, man. You know, we always talk about what we need to work on, but what's some things you like about the culture? Like, what's some things you see the culture, you know, like moving forward, like that
Yeah.
you
Man, when I see light skinned people,
Yeah.
black people. No, but just the culture, right? And I think when you say the culture, it's a mixture of people. Because a lot of times we try to curate ourselves off of this title, black, white, green type
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But I think the culture is just what's moving in that realm of space.
For sure.
But anyway, I just like to see people just popping their style.
Yeah.
You know, because everybody has a perspective on life. And so the way that you pop flavor, like I can't put the gum on like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I see you, of course it hit different because it's the brand.
Yeah, it's mine. Yeah.
But it hit different because you made it pop.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people, just like, man, like I like to see how other people do
Go
they
put it
do
on.
their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just one thing that we have as a people is like it's just natural how we got style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
It just
how
come natural
it's just
to it.
natural. And so I love to see it, man. I love to see like when like the dancing or
Yeah.
you know, somebody singing or, you know, somebody like really rapping or somebody really creating. I even like to see how people put their families together.
Yeah.
Like, how is your family organized and orchestrated? You know, even if you thinking in that sense. Some people ain't thinking to organize their family, you know. Or, you know, just have something going for the family. We ain't all just sitting there some phone zombies or some shit like that. But just the whole I mean, and that's the whole God construct. We creators.
Yeah.
So I just like to see everybody's God power. Because I know that they got it.
They
So
got it, it's in.
when they just naturally just out there creating and just being themselves and, you know, an amazing conversation, you know, like, that's always fly. You know what I'm saying? That was an aspiration for the Southern Flow, man, just to sit down and build. And it's impromptu for y'all who don't know. You know, we may have some days where we might, what's to talk about? What we gonna get in?
Yeah.
But it's really just sitting down and engaging in natural conversation flow,
Sure.
And if you tapped in, drop us some ideas and, topics of what y'all want to
Sure.
hear, what you think would be interesting. And we just share perspective, we give our perspectives and you guys come back and you may enlighten us on some shit,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Y'all just drop in, and any questions, topics, anything.
Yeah, but and the same question go to you. So what do you see? Like, what do you like about the culture? Like, because like you say, it's easy to say what we need to be fixing.
Yeah. It is. It's easy to say what we need to be fixing. What I like about it, man, I just like about the culture. I just like, man, I like to see the new aspects of it, like the younger generation come up and see how they gonna do it. Like what cars they into, what brands they into, how they gonna put it on. It's more of a younger generation for me perspective. I like to watch them and see how they move and how they gonna react to what's out here in the world and how they gonna put it on or whatever.
For sure. That's always an inspiration just to see how them young ones, like how they do their thing. But just and building on that tip, I do like when we come together, like when we in groups, not more so like the party vibe, but kind of like when we just being festive. We eating good,
eating together,
music
going, yeah.
Some people like they drink. I think that's cool and said. Some people don't know how to be played with their drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whether whatever your vice is, if you indulging, cool. But just be playing with it. But I just like how we come together and we just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like
no drama, no bullshit.
But
just
we love to see the nice whips. I love the candy paint.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the big rims.
For sure.
Or the nice rims.
Yeah.
Sometimes it ain't always got to be a big rim.
For sure. It's all around.
Man, just all of that stuff. Like on the Outcast, it was
black.
the scene was so thick.
Yeah.
Low riders, 7 civilians, L dogs, nothing but the blacks. All the players, all the hustlers. I'm talking about the black man heavy. You know what I'm saying? And so every time I heard that though,
it just took it up, bro.
Every time I'm like, man, everybody getting along. You know what I'm saying? Like
everybody play, everybody got it.
Yeah, I'm talking about it's a line of whips. Hey. Like everybody just.
Then Andre just come on, man.
What? Yeah. It's beginning to look a lot like Bud. So that's always been like that. That's the theme of my thought when I think of us like coming together. I always think about a players ball.
Players
like
ball.
The kids can be out there. You know what I'm saying? Like of course they ain't just like because you got them. You coming up, them adults be like, all right. On that side, you know what I'm saying? But everybody out there just having a good time, man.
For sure, bro.
Everybody having a good time. That's a great build.
For sure.
You want to end on that? You want to end like that?
End right there, bro.
Yeah, man. So, man, we appreciate y'all for tapping in. Like I said, we get in and we have a Southern flow, and we just build on great conversation. If you tuned in, can you hit that like button?
Yes, sir.
Also, can you hit that subscribe button?
Yes, sir.
And if you're feeling extra jolly today, just share it out, man.
For real. Yes, sir.
And give us your perspective. Don't be scared to drop a comment.
Yes, sir.
We ain't sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So hit us up and let us know what you like. Again, drop us some topics, man. That'll be something for us to build on, going forward. Just ideas on how we can utilize the platform, to get better, even help the community, because we definitely want to. We're they be reaching out, for the youth, and some for the adults, because we always trying to reach the youth. That's always, but we want to have something where, we can touch the adults and inspire the adults too, man. So we just here to let you know, man, we building up, and this is the Southern Flow. I'm Loomis Brinks.
I'm Trey B,
and we out.